Like, hi you guys. Hi everyone, it's Daisy here. Let me just see this. Okay. Oh no, it looks like I'm playing. I'm not playing with my nose. I just have like a oh my god. Oh no. Uh. Before they start, what's my supply? What am I playing with? Just my nose was running this morning. All right, you guys. I have a report. Weight Wars. I wanted to say thank you to everyone that handled their business when I was medically kidnapped again. You guys have to understand this. Like, the feds can't like put me in jail, even though bodies are dropping everywhere, and they know for a fact how that's getting started, right? So we wouldn't even call it the feds. It's just like the delusional ass of like people that like just refuse to stay the fuck away from me for whatever reason. So they can't really like put me in jail or charge me. So their thing is to play with mental health imprisonment, which is backfiring because uh, there's something about hand-eye coordination and like knitting, and then being able to like do things like clean up my wig and like put on makeup and shit like that and type and code that I'm not supposed to be able to do, right? I also want to let you guys know that the specific remember I told you in care court UK is really learning like, oh, they just now instituted this like 2 years ago because they took UK as an example in terms of how to like kidnap a bunch of black and brown people and play for clinical trial testing. It's Gavin Newsom doing it because he made a deal with like three of his friends, like, oh, I'm gonna get out of office and I want like to have like my pockets and my money like plush because I know for a fact I'm not getting a pension from the state. And then all the money I stole, I have to replace. And Gavin Newsom just lost a bunch of money too. They closed his bank accounts. The governor of California, yeah, he got hit. Gavin Newsom, as he was like the governor, he has like 22 businesses. It's called Plum Jack Investments. So everything that's going on with war and drama, Ermias' murder, then playing in Ethiopia, Eritrea, it's Gavin Newsom doing it so he can have like a supply in a business, but he's gonna get murdered. Gavin Newsom has an execution order from 4 countries. Right. Yeah. I just wanted to let you guys know, like when they're playing like that, it's because bodies are dropping. So they can't like legally arrest me. So they're like doing that. But they can keep on doing that. And you can keep on seeing motherfuckers like falling out of nowhere. So the last time that they did this when I was in LA, we saw it was like six LA sheriffs. They died back to back to back in 24 hours. The next time that they did this, they took me to I was not there for more than a day. They tried to take me to John George because I got arrested. They let me out of there quick. They all not a single pill, not a single medication. They got me up out of there. And then when I went this time, they also reduced like the type of medications that they gave me. They were trying to just give me like, like Xannies and perks and stuff like that. Like, oh, what the kids like? What do they rap about? Give her those. Focus on vegan snacks. Woo! Somebody got charged. Rob Bonta is actually he's filtering my messages because he doesn't want to hear. Yeah, he actually turned red, and he heard about focus on vegan snacks. Anyways, I just wanted to say, yeah, bodies drop, and hoes get set at. So they already know what it is. Also, too, somebody got their door kicked in playing with me. Thank you so much to the hood. Yeah, because somebody heard that a crackhead was playing with me, and you think that we're going to prioritize a crackhead over getting this on the internet, being able to have our own monetary system, getting on the computer, and being able to like strip all these crazy ass heavy metals from our body, and you thought we were going to play with you. Some of you guys are going to come do it today. So some of you guys saw the cool activity. It's a little bit similar, but I'm going to come do one for you guys. Tongo's going to get it because they try to play with him like with soda pop, something like that. Also, too, somebody was trying to be like extra nice to me at SF General, so I got soda and stuff like that. People were only getting chocolate milk or regular milk. I was getting soda. So, anyways, Tongo, all y'all, and a few people that live. There's like a dude that lives in my building. A few of y'all, you guys are gonna get that demo. I'm gonna just do it on you. And what if I say no? You can't, because I can just go behind your back and then take your hand and just say approve. Unless like you're a super high priest and then I have to like go through like the chain of command. So I just can't actually do what I want. But for your safety and for your betterment, like your kids are watching too, your higher self will allow it. So I'm gonna come do that for you guys. And I just want to say thank you for doing that because some people got bad weight, then they got bad cannabis. It's like cannabis that they stole, it got deactivated, so they mixed it with like lean and shit like that. It's not people's fault. And then also too, you have to be careful. Like those, some of those things you ingest, and then sometimes when they put them to fire, it changes the chemical composition completely. So somebody was playing in my phone, and I was like, "Oh, look, she has a Mickey Mouse." And my somebody was doing something stupid at my twin's job to try to delay him from doing something, which would mean coming out to San Francisco and Matt Haney getting set up. And we were talking about basically appendages that you put on firearms. And it was so funny because somebody took this like all the way, like really far. And I saw this AR with the big Mickey Mouse. You guys know what it means when it has a Mickey Mouse or she has boobies, right? Okay, so why would you start something like that and like bringing in like 40 white supremacist agents? 16 of them are not even like hired. And then I found this the next day because you're a rat. Okay, well, how? Okay, so we're talking about like AAR. We're talking about like metal warfare and like designs, and people are asking like input. That's why you need to stop uploading people to virtual reality and starting fucking cases off of nothing. So it was something where they were trying to charge my twin, talking about something that they hit somebody with the AR in UK, and it was him because he knows who all the Tories are from like a certain case that they like work. Why are you playing in my phone? So, anyways, I saw this card yesterday. Page of Cups. Because child molestation and child support cases and CPS cases, so white women can feed little black and brown kids tampons. That like really like exploded in a major way, and that's one of the things that got this woman killed. Okay, yeah, because I just barely got into the medical field. I like was like a CNA and shit like that, barely, and then we were like making reports and starting stuff and talking about we were gonna move weight. Ooh, so they killed her. Southern California Sheriff's deputy killed in violent crash. Okay, well, that's one less motherfucker playing with Martha. So before I say what I'm gonna say, do what you want to your parents. Those of you guys in Cyborgia that your parents were doing all of that, be careful. Physics.org, phys.org. They usually put stuff on science. They posted an article. Parents abused by their children often suffer in silence. Specialist therapy is helping them find a voice. Parents abused by their children because we're talking about second fucking your family. And Mr. Patches of Power. There's a high priest with like some crazy red hair who's not playing with people. Let me see. Let me show you this. It's right here. Let me see that it's phys.org because they post on science stuff. Ooh, baby, I'm not working with it here. Just to make sure that you actually did that. Okay, be careful, okay? Yeah, somebody thinks I'm boosting, and that's how this got started in the Nigerian community. I'm not boosting anything. I'm telling you, I find all this shit constantly. You guys have to understand, they follow me everywhere. So you know that I'm not doing any of that. Like, why would I do that in the middle of a case? I don't have like a criminal record for thieving and boosting and shit like that either. They checked. They checked retail systems. They checked back stores. They found out that I actually had a really good record too. Like I worked in retail, and there was something where a bunch of people. Yeah, somebody got fired from my job. She is in Fillmore. She's from Fillmore. She got fired from the job we were working at because they said that she stole. And they reviewed all the black women there, and I didn't get caught doing anything. And I used to work logistics. I used to work in replens, so I could have had an opportunity to like just be taking shit and taking whole boxes and stuff. I never did. So you guys have to understand, like when you work in those type of jobs, they put your name on lists. So like I'm on a list of people that like survived like a huge firing wave from it was like between Old Navy, Gap, Banana Republic, American Urban Outfitters, and a few other places. So be careful, okay? Yeah, nights. I used to work nights, and I worked nights at a different like a hardware store too, and they checked. U.S. to impose new entry restrictions on citizens from 43 countries. Syria, that one is okay. Syria, people coming from Jordan, Palestine, Lebanon, a bunch of other places, even Iran, Turkey. Syria's positioned in a few places. Let's see who is playing in Cyborgia. So no visa until we can like clear all this out with fake names and Mahmoud the 27th and this and this and this and that. So that's what's currently going on, which is a good idea. So then another thing that's getting started on top of all of that is Cyborgia that traveled its way into Syria, that's stuck there, trying to get out of Syria through paperwork because Cyborgia is getting hit everywhere. And then Russia, that's good. Oh, also too, execution order and wait. So let me just clarify that because you guys are like, what weight wars? I want to know where my weight is. There's an email that's going out to several people in the criminal justice field that's talking about how the police are basically looking for underground economy supply with the technology that Matt Haney's cousins and them made, Pegasus and all that. And that there's several cases of officers, DAs, judges, etc., getting caught moving weight from the evidence room and getting caught with it. New Jersey just exploded with that. A big ass prosecutor just got hit. Okay, so now you know. So now we know. Somebody wants those pants to Valori. I'm gonna post them online so you can go buy them. I'm gonna put them for like $30. They're 128, only because there's like a little bit of a in the coochie part. It got a little debilitated, but you can just sew it. I'm gonna put them online for $30. Those pants are like $128, just a little bit. It's like a little one. And I just couldn't like bring myself to. It's 30 plus shipping, so go and have fun with that. Okay, let's look into this. Yeah, yeah, married couple dead after Bakersfield crash DUI, but also too something with drama. The police officers were cooking up their own crack. I think that was Broward County, Miami, because that has something to do with Trina's niece getting murdered, and that's when they put it in the media. And then you guys saw that there was like a lady that got shot 8 times by her boyfriend and survived, something like that. That has something to do with Trina's niece getting killed. Okay, so that remember that's what they've been creating with virtual reality. Okay, cool. Leo Lucanes died after suffering a blood clot, but he was playing with warfare. He was a banker, so people need to know that this man has died. Also, too, somebody saw a video about all like the white royal families passing away. Chinese nationals banned from U.S. student visas under new House proposal. I choose you, babe. You guys know this song? It's International Players Anthem. Why is that song playing? I don't know. Okay, cool. So how is it that the Chinese are getting hit like this? They're getting hit. That's why I said they don't need to be on that list for orders. That's been done. Because vegan snacks. Right. So this time around, when they put me in the psych ward, it was actually not that bad. They actually couldn't say like why I was there, and then they tried to say that I was hearing voices because somebody uploaded me to virtual reality for the past 5 years, calling me a black bitch, a nigger, an ape, this and that. So remember, we're hearing voices. No one's actually uploading you to a platform that requires chemicals that are missing from like quick dry top coat that require like adhesion physics. And you don't know any of that because you're not sitting here like doing physics classes on your computer. Okay, so remember, I'm incompetent to like know all of that. But I just broke down how you've been doing that for the past like 40, 50 years playing in the hood with that technology. So I'm telling you again, if you play with me, I'm gonna take a crowbar, okay, to a very sensitive aspect of your consciousness. And then that aspect of your consciousness, it might actually be redeveloped. It's like some Ebo like wisdom. Like you get your ass whipped enough, you'll learn. 12 dead, including famous singer in plane crash. After talks of the you guys heard about the biker boys in Brazil, and playing with people in Spanish America, Afro Latinos, playing with Garifuna, hmm playing in Honduras, playing in Nicaragua. Okay, so just know that I'm the one doing a lot of this. Like you just pissed me off, and I just we just shift the energy that way. So when remember they put us on a conflict spell. They want people to play with conflict and they want people to be angry. So I just put all of us that got put on that onto a chemical server, and then it takes the energy and it's like gonna run spells for us instead of lighting up your nervous system and causing hood wars, and then it's gonna cause like particle physics to go. So now you know what you doing it, but it's you. Okay, so now we know. Okay, cool. Wow, Ricky Floyd, Memphis pastor shot and killed following a fight. Yeah, they blew his ass away because somebody wants to know why Yo Gotti is still surviving in Memphis. Yeah, some people in Nigeria are watching this and they're finding out about pastors getting blown away. Okay, that's just too much. Hey, yeah, Gavin Newsom's office is sending cell phones to CEOs to reach California governor directly. Okay, so Gavin Newsom, yeah, he does. Gavin Newsom heard he has an execution order. Donald Trump told him that what they're going to be planning for that friendly fire, and then also too, it's that forever finding out about cases. There's a man that married in their clunkla. It was like a Gone Girl, how they played with him, and he actually is like handsome. He's not Ben Affleck handsome. He's like not Mark Wahlberg. He's like Matthew McConaughey if he didn't fall off playing with like a few hoes. There's a different man that's not Matthew McConaughey. Who is that? I guess I'm like confusing them. I don't know. He's a little bit like that. So, um, Ben Affleck approved. Who? He's gonna get a satellite in a minute. Oh, whoa. So, also too, yeah, Robert De Niro approved for his kids. That's fine. Bill De Blasio, he's gonna get approved in a minute. Okay, it's enough. It's enough. How much are you creating? Yeah. So, Gavin Newsom. So now I told you that that's what they were doing. They have a bunch of trap phones and stuff like that that they've been playing with and moving here and there. So he tries to try to make it seem like, oh, I just needed to have each one of them with a certain trap phone that's ran by an IXP. That's the UN. So we can communicate quietly about how to run an illegal NIH trial on Daisy to try to get free code in the computer. Because I don't want society knowing that I was actually sticking my dick in 3 and 4 year olds to try to get like magical powers to go code. Because everyone's finding out about this bullshit that I started. And really, with what I started, it's choppers of power, it's choppers of power. So the governor was involved in that. So he has connections to all these companies. He has his own businesses. So he's mingling policy at the state level with his business to have like a track of bodies to test on chemicals. And then he's getting shot at and people are getting killed. And he's making it seem like he has no idea how this is like exploding in the state of California. Yeah, well, I mean, you guys wanted to find out, so you found out. So you heard about the crackhead, and you guys found the fuck out. So they blew this nigga away. Somebody got their door kicked in. Somebody's finding out that they're getting not evicted, but arrested, arrested, and evicted. And also too, there needs to be like an ordinance put out to go and check people's door. And thank you so much for somebody in Atlanta that's sending me a bunch of stuff in my email about luxury housing. Because yeah, Daisy, everyone's getting evicted, and I told you guys that everyone's getting evicted, and you saw the court case that I talked about where someone got evicted from his condo. because people are not playing about it. Okay. Okay, you guys. So I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys like a few updates. OMG. I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a few updates. I'm like in a whole completely different state today. I'm so uncomfortable. It's like cold outside. Yeah, don't worry. So I'm just waiting for the feds to catch somebody on my channel because usually when I get online, they come with some like weird encryption thing that they're playing with at YouTube. Oh, by the way, Google owns YouTube, right? So remember, we're in a lot of like coding programs in the community. They have to explain how everyone's work is getting online for free and how they try to build this like drag and drop AI tool off of like a bunch of black and brown developers. So those of you guys in those coding programs, those of you guys that like you guys have gotten support or computers or Chromebooks or whatever, you can call the representative, the DEI people or nonprofit representative or whatever from Google and ask them, hey, is there a reason why this is happening on YouTube and happening on our computers and happening here and there? And they have to answer. And that's one of the things that just happened. And they got that man got arrested. It was like in a different state. So that's the thing that's going to come next. Like, how's this happening? And you guys are all sitting here. So you mean to tell me that you guys are allowing white supremacists to decrypt your AES? So AES is advanced encryption system for encrypting, like that's to play with your CPU and baud rate in order to even stop something from coming. And then also too, somebody found out like, oh, you shattered Daisy's battery, so she has to like constantly be having her computer plugged in. So you can go into any legal copy of the energy grid with Gavin Newsom. Now you see why he has an execution order, right? And play on everyone's computer. Gavin Newsom is like one of the most hated people in the state of California. No one takes him seriously. And he's like really setting his kids up to like get hit with your clunkla back to back because his kids at school, Gavin Newsom, one of his daughters, is very unfortunate. They've been hitting her back to back. And then also too, Gavin Newsom uploaded one of his kids because like early on Hunter got dragged into the virtual reality. I don't know. But he's like, okay, let me upload one of my kids because she like doesn't have anything against kids. So they're kids, and he's trying to upload his son to go talk to your auntie and stuff like that. Because one of his kids got like dragged into the virtual reality because he was friends with like a little ear clunkla boy. And I guess like the particle physics were all over the house when they were blasting it to keep that little boy into Patch and Ojo and whatever. So his son got like zapped in, and it was like very strange, and it like made it to the schools. But they're tapping his kids out now because of what the dad is doing. So I'm telling you, like, you really need to be careful because you never, ever, ever know. You never know. And I'm going to keep it super real. Like what you plan for Rob Bonta's kids with double condom because he wasn't playing with your white supremacist associates, it's going to get planned for your kids if you're not careful. And Gavin Newsom is trying really, really hard to like track every condom, track every pathogen and everything because he doesn't want his daughter getting hit with that. And he knows for a fact that at least one of his kids is going to perish because of what he did in his legacy in California. And I'm repeating what the conversations that they're having about certain people. He's putting his own children in danger and he knows what he's doing. He's putting himself in danger. Just like Matt Haney, he's putting himself in danger. They're putting themselves in danger. Stop it, baby. You're killing yourself. Stop putting yourself in danger. Stop doing what you're doing. Stop contacting people. Stop getting in people's ear. Okay, just stop. Oh, okay, yeah. I can do that. Go get on medication if you can. The same medication that you're trying to get me put on. Also, too, the clinical trials are officially done, so no more psych ward bullshit because something with insurance not getting billed. And I told you guys about my old job. They are looking for $3 million to like cover their like businesses. So their billings are all getting rejected because of sucking fucking your family. So you want to play with? We can do this and we can do that. Look what I can do, Stuart from Mad TV. We can do this and this and that. So she's looking for $3 million to cover a bunch of billing that got rejected. Okay. Okay, you guys. So they found another encryption tool that they're using, and it has something specific to do with ARM, and it's this architecture in ARM to play with my CPU. Now, Hikara Kaisai, he, Kira, Kira Daisai, he, Kira Daisai. What does that mean in Japanese? Ki kira daisai. What does that mean in Japanese? It means the way that you can move a quick talk that will get you your ass whipped. Ki kira daisai. Japanese. Okay. So you guys have to understand too that I've been really taking my Japanese study seriously. I spend like 2 hours a week on my Japanese study. So it's one thing to be able to speak the hyperdimensional aspect of Japanese. It's another like learning, the language in the library. But one thing that I love about the Japanese language is it's so organized. We have Kenji. Don't even bother with that. That's the Dai Li trying to like be sick. Like, oh, there's like a library of Chinese and Japanese. Who told you that was? That's just like your boss trying to make like a Igbo library. Who told you that was? So somebody's giving code Swift. Yeah, I know about Swift. That's okay. So I just wanted to tell you guys that the Japanese language has a library extension, and it's for Igbo. So a lot of Igbos found out like I can actually write my entire name in Japanese. It's right here. Oh, okay. So you guys really like were playing like that, yeah? Because the Igbo language and the Japanese language, they're connected. So now when we talk about like languages that are interconnected, like how they say the Iranian Farsi and then the Afghani Farsi, they're two different languages, but the Afghani Farsi is the real Farsi. It's the hood Farsi. It's the one that's actually the hyperdimensional language. The Iranian Farsi, it's not activated. Why? Because you guys created a bunch of chaos, so your language got deactivated. That makes 100% sense. So going and looking for Black and brown children or Pashtunis or Aryan, right? Or playing in her phone, it's not going to activate your language, but it can get you killed. Okay, cool. So for the Japanese community and the Igbo community, I'm going to come give the extended language library. Let me just go and show you like what it looks like. I'm going to give you guys a language library, but this is going to be our risk architecture. So if we want to do risk architecture, we can use the Quadl, the Chem or Quadl from the Maya, Indigenous, Azteca, and then we can use the Japanese risk architecture. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys how we can do that, but it's going to take the Igbo extension because it's not Kenji. Kenji is... So you're basically saying that the force of physics, what makes Japanese alive, is Kenji. China is hella disgusting and delusional. Yeah, that's what they did. They went to go play in their language like that and creating confusion and nonsense that only they understand. Okay, so it's a language library that we're going to go into an extension. This is not accurately put on here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use Japanese. And for risk architecture, this is going to be super dope. So somebody's already ready. Okay, and then also too, Switzer is there right now as we speak, trying to build a bridge where we can use the Japanese language in making hex tables. So Switzer, everyone went and they figured it out, but we're going to be able to use this as well. They're working something out now. So this is not a good one. It's that's why that Genki book, somebody really blessed me with that. Thank you, Uncle Jeff. Yeah, Jeff Adachi helped me with that book. It's the best way to learn Japanese. It is. Because I have to show you guys something like how the Japanese language works. Let me just write it down and show you that I've been studying. Okay. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you. And that's why that dude got his work kicked in, right? People want to play with crackheads and stars and shit in the 10 morning. Think that you're. Oh, by the way, thank you, Jay-Z. Jay-Z's gonna get a satellite. You'll be okay. This is how he's gonna, Jay-Z, he knows for a fact that he has a weight war, and there's something with Akasha for mathematics. He knows. So he's trying to clean up his Akasha now. Okay, so when we have the Japanese language, e, eu, u, yeah. And then, right, so you have it like that. A-E-I-O, A-E-A-I-E-U-O. And then the language goes like this. K, K, T, S, Pa, N, Wa, Wu, right? And a few other letters. It's like a grid. So you can pull from, so you can say K, and then K, Ka, K, 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 call. Ta, te, te, ta, ta. Okay, that's how the Japanese language works. And then they have katakanaka. There's hiragana, and then there's katakanaka, which is like a small library. So now, when it comes to the Igbo one, um, they don't want me drawing that down because of what they did in Italy, kidnapping a bunch of Igbo women. So they want the feds to go look into Italy and then to look into a few people in terms of what they did for this like whole Japanese language bullshit. Yeah, that's what Matt Haney started, and everyone's complaining about it, and then you're playing games. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then we have the Igbo one. So I'll just show you just a few because we have our own vowel systems. So like they have like okori, it'll be oo, so it's O with the double yuwazana underneath, and then on the side right here, this matrix, what's gonna be the new letters? There's 18 of them. Okay, great. So, okay, so some people are just doing it on their own. They're not telling people you know what to do. And then, okay, so that's how I will be able to write my name out here in Igbo. I could use the Japanese. So you guys don't actually know that to write the Igbo language outside of the English alphabet, it's Japanese and it's only Japanese. Okay, so that's how people are like coming into studying and finding out about a bunch of great things. And how did this get started? That Igbo and Japanese are related. It's called the Edo period. And you know how we have like Edo State? It just means like I'm of a certain type of like warfare, and I like a certain type of psychedelic. So the Edo period, you guys can go look it up. That's like Samurai Jack, Yasuke, right? And then that also too, Songhai Empire, metalwork, in between sharing information, being able to see people like, oh, you're out in Japan, I'm here in Africa, but we can communicate like this because radio probability distribution was wider. So I just wanted to give you guys that to go have fun, okay? Because you guys know I'm slowing down on posting stuff online, and we're gonna get in person. And yes, we can teach all of this, so we can use this for risk architecture. You can, and somebody's gonna end up passing away because of this. Because for Japan, they know that they have things, but they just wanted me to mention it so that somebody can get exposed for what they did with a bunch of Japanese orphan children and why they're in China. Very disgusting and delusional. I'm telling you, this is gonna go for days. For days. You won't get a job. People won't even take you seriously for days and days and days and weeks and weeks and weeks and months. Okay. So this is what we're gonna go ahead and do. So you guys are gonna start with that. So one of them is foggy, right? So it will be like arasapogi, and you guys know like pogi or like that, like how that enunciation. That's where Kenji thought that they were going to be coming in, but it's actually in the Igbo language, and there was actually a war in space about the Igbo-Japanese language connection, right? So you have these languages that are on like a specific type of, like they call it language trees, but then they have to take space into consideration, so that needs to be rewritten completely, because there's like a few things that I want to teach, but then remember, people need to be made safe because white people looking for spiritual powers that black people stole from them. So I can say rasa pogi ko nata. Arasa pogi ko nata. And then what would that mean? That basically says like a specific type of heat that you put on a broken woman's pussy. So this is basically saying like, oh, give her a rasa con pogi. This is basically saying like put a certain pepper in her butt or her in her yoni because she's playing too much. So right. So pogi is one of them. Is one of them. So now there's somebody that's going to start looking up a bunch of Igbo words all day and find the connection between Japanese and Igbo. Okay, and get this turned off. Get it turned off, because between Biafra and Hiroshima, it's everyone getting charged. Everyone getting charged. Oh yeah, they did that at the same time. So this is like the connection that we can make. Okay, so now there's no need to be kidnapping Africans when we can just So now people are going back to the drawing board to try to figure out how to make it seem like they didn't upload me to virtual reality and see all this in front of their face. So risk architecture, that's just one of them. There's four. It's Chem, Quaddle, Quaddle Chem, and then Japanese. And then First Reserve, that's they have like their own system going. All right, you guys. So I just wanted to give you guys something to go play with. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. And a lot of people are finding out a bunch of stuff. Yeah, there's a man. He looks very Asian. He said, "Don't come around me." He looks very Asian. He said, "Don't come around me. I already know why you're around me." There's a dude in jail. He knows he's a black Japanese. He said he started speaking in the language. They said, "Yeah, perfecting DNA and starting shit in DNA." Yeah, there is also too. Somebody's looking into. Another reason why they're prolonging this is because they want to get a URD that I'm building on my computer. I'm making like this like tool for you guys to do like DNA assessment. So you guys know that they already have like all these different libraries online. Somebody had so much fun with that. They have like CLX poisons that they've tested and cataloged, DNA from all type of ants and animals and shit like that. There's going to be a need for people to go ahead and redo them because it's inaccurate. That's what they're waiting for on my computer. That's why they're building CPS cases. Like, okay, well, she already knows that's not theirs. That should be ours, and this and this and that and that. And a white woman stole that, and then a black person stole this, and then that's why I'm fucking on my family. That, yeah, that's what they're doing and playing with, and everyone's watching them. And also now I can let you guys know, the karmics that were playing with whites, they casted a spell on them for them to destroy themselves because they didn't want people knowing that they created white people with that octopus. So now you guys know about in vitro. There's a difference in eggs. Yeah, they're not getting, the octopus doesn't want cyborgia. They want black and brown babies so they can play with Hood War. So they're getting a certain type of egg to activate. It's a whole different like type of egg, and it's coming from like fecal matter because there are certain bacteria in fecal matter that have growth factors, and we can see this in URD. So that's how in vitro works because it's spell work. The minute I saw that, I said, "You're not gonna play with me." Okay, so that's what they're waiting for on my computer, and don't worry about it because I'm gonna draft it out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share it with four people that are very high level in public health, and they're gonna tell all black and brown people that there's a group of white women feeding little black and brown kids tampons, so they can get magical coding powers to make a new URD, because that's what they got caught doing. Okay, great. So remember, you guys, you don't have to go to court. You don't have to answer them. Take your kids home. Great. Let her go figure out what she's going to go do with her mom and her dad in the bedroom. Have a good day.